Hey, what's going on, guys? As most of you guys should know, there's going to be a legendary quote-unquote Hero Fest 3 banner coming soon on the 27th or 28th of November, and it will only last for 1 week. I'm going to briefly go over the units that are in this banner and tell you guys which orb color you should be sniping. This banner includes a lot of great units. To name the few, there's Ira, Bravelyn, Hector, Bright Cordelia, Camilla, and a new lance hero named Fjorm. The 5-star focus appearance rate is at 8%. Normally it's at 3%. This one starts at 8. It will always be at 8%. If you pull a 5-star unit, then it'll reset back to 8. The best part about it is that the non-focused 5-star category is set to 0. What that means is that there is no way for you to summon any 5-star heroes outside of the 5-star focus heroes. It's just going to be these 12 focused 5-star units along with a normal pool of 4 and 3-star units. So there will be no way for Jacob or Hawkeye to ruin your pity rates, just so we're clear. Alright, so here is, I guess, my tier list for heroes that you would want to keep, train, build, and use. The heroes at the top of the list are the ones that I think are going to be great to use long term. I also have a fodder tier list for those who already have most of these heroes and just want to pull for skills. Ira just recently came out and she's the top of her class, one of the few units that has a power curve above the rest outside of the brave heroes. I consider her to be the best sword infantry unit in the game. Insane stats, comes out of the box with great skills, so she'll be great for you newer players. Has a powerful unique special that has tremendous damage output and scores well for arena. If you don't like her for whatever reason, then she's still great to use as fodder because she has Swift Sparrow. That's the only skill that's worth sacrificing her for, but it's one of the best offensive skills in the game. Definitely the best red unit in this banner. Silica is at least top 2 among red mages in my opinion. She's the only red mage with a unique tome that has a really powerful offensive effect. There's some red mages that I believe can outdamage her with blade tomes like Tharja and Katarina, but the difference between those heroes and Silica is that Silica doesn't require any setup. She can pretty much just nuke enemies without requiring any buffs. That being said, it's not that hard to set up buffs for blade tome mages because all you need to do is grant them hone attack and hone speed buffs. Not even that, there's tons of other ways to do it. Tharja is summonable as 4 stars, just promote her and give her Fury or Life and Death, then you have a unit that is as good as Silica offensively as long as you give her buffs, which isn't hard to do. Which is why I'm ranking her as silver, but I put her in gold for fodder. She's the only unit in the game right now that has distant defense. PA Olivia has it, but she's gone. It's the best defensive skill to use against ranged enemies. Ike is the older sword unit. He's not bad to use, a physically bulky guy with high attack, has distant counter weapon. I think he's inferior to Ryoma, but that's a different topic for another day. I think the game has made a weird turn. I'm pretty sure soon we'll get a better red sword unit with distant counter that will outclass Ike. Ike's part of the Gen 1 heroes. In book 2, we're probably just going to get more and more units with quote unquote inflated BSTs, kind of like Ira. I mean, Ike will still be viable even if that happens. He'll just get outclassed is what I'm trying to say. He's for sure amazing for one thing, which is heavy blade fodder. He's the only one with it, and it's kind of like distant defense. These 2 units are amazing on certain heroes, not many, but they are rare and powerful skills that are exclusive to these guys. If you don't have anyone that can effectively use them, then you can just hold on to them, and there's definitely going to be a hero down the road that can use those skills. Next up are blues. I guess we'll talk about the new unit first, Fjorm. The ranking I gave her is tentative right now. I don't know what Ice Mirror does, but I have a hunch on what I think it does. I think it reduces damage from both ranged and melee attacks, and it takes the amount of damage being reduced and adds it onto her attack. And I also believe that the damage reduction from Shield Pulse also works with Ice Mirror as well. She also has distant counter weapons, so she's going to be a unit that can tank both melee and ranged enemies really well. And if the special works like the way I think it does, then she'll be top tier unit for sure. She'll be able to reduce tons of damage from both melee and ranged enemies and send the damage back to her enemies. But let's say she's not that good, she's still great for fodder. She has attack, defense, bond, shield pulse, and drive attack, which are all excellent skills. Fjorm is the only blue unit worth pulling for in this banner. Bright Cheetah is an okay blue mage, very fast but lacks in the attack department, so the only build that she can run is a blade tome set, but she requires heavy investment. You'll have to replace her entire kit. It'd be better to just run someone like Tao Yu, who is summonable as 4-star. She does come with Blessed Bouquet, which is part of the upgrade list, so that's something you might want to get just in case the upgrade version is a cool effect or something. Other than that, there's no other skill really worth summoning for. Spring Xander is very underwhelming as a unit, horrible attack and mediocre speed. He's just very tanky physically, that's about it. Again, Carrot Lance is part of the upgrade list, so that might be something to summon Xander for. I doubt the effect will be anything too special, but who knows. Life for Honor is a nice skill to have so you can earn more badges from Training Tower. Unfortunately, it only works for normal badges and not big badges, so it's not that worth it in my opinion. On to the greens. Hector character has been around for a long time, and he's still one of the best X units in the game. He's pretty much a staple for Armor Emblem teams if you are trying to build one of those. He does well versus other X units and does amazingly well versus Lance enemies. He has a problem with naturally tanking Reinhardt, but you can just give him the Deflect Magic 3. That way he'll be able to tank and take out Reinhardt on the enemy phase. Even on normal teams, he's not that bad. He has a very high BST and comes with high costing skills like Distant Counter, which will be great for your arena score. And speaking of Distant Counter, he's the only unit that comes with the Distant Counter skill, which is useful for tons of units in the game. I would say he's the best green unit to get in this banner. Great hero and fodder. Next is Spring Camilla. She's the only green mage flower in the game. Amazing attack and defense stat. If you are trying to build a Flower Emblem team, then Spring Camilla is who you will want to summon for. She's one of the best Blade Tome users in the game in my opinion. If you grant her Hone and Fortify buffs, then she's able to nuke almost anybody, including red units with mediocre resistance. She's not that good on normal teams, but she will definitely give your flower teams a big boost in damage. Only go for her if you want to build and train her. She doesn't have good skills for fodder. However, she does have Green Egg Plus, and that weapon is part of the upgradable weapons in the weapon refinery. I don't know what the upgrade version will do, but I have a feeling that the weapon will still not be that useful. Get her while you can because she probably won't be coming back for a while. Last green is Deirdre. Just like Julia, she's an amazing anti-blue and green mage when built correctly. She also has Divine Naga, which completely counters the entire Dragonstone class. In Arena right now, you'll find a lot of blue mages, therefore there's also a lot of green mages to counter those blue mages. All you have to do is slap on Green Tonebreaker on Deirdre, then she'll be able to counter both of those classes and still be a threat versus Dragonstone users. She comes out of the box with a great default skill set. Speed Ploy and Quick Compose are great skills to use as fodder, but if you do decide to use her as fodder, use her as Speed Ploy fodder because she's the only unit that has that skill. Amazing unit, but she's not a must get. Last is the Colorless units. Bravelyn is one of the best units in the game right now. I'm sure you guys know how good she is because she is in almost every single match in Arena and Arena Assault. Amazing damage output both on her default kit and a Brave Bow set. The thing that puts her over the top is that she's the only bow cavalier in the game. Being able to move that extra space is a big deal, and she also gets access to horse buffs. Then to top it all off, she has a unique B skill, Sakei's Blessing. It negates melee enemies from counterattacking, which means she can safely attack distant counter enemies that run Vantage like Ryoma, Hector, and Ike. Swift Sparrow is one of the best offensive A skills in the game, and Attack Smoke is one of the best debuffing skills in the C slot. Next is Bride Cordelia. She has the best offensive stats for an archer, 35-35. Her and Brave Lyn are top 2 in their respective class. Her damage output is slightly higher than Brave Lyn's, but since she is an infantry unit and cannot move 3 spaces like Lyn can, I think she comes in second after Lyn in terms of top tier archers. But nonetheless, they are the 2 best nukes in the game in my opinion. Colorless units have no color advantage. They are only weak against Raven Tome Triangle Depth mages, and Cancel Infinity solves that problem. As far as fodder goes, Rally Attack Speed is one of the best assist skills in the game. However, I think Rally Defense Resistance is better because players usually tend to put Hone Attack and Speed on their units. But anyways, Rally Attack Speed is great for arena points and grants allies an easy +3 attack and speed buff. Last hero is Jenny. She's not that good of a healer. I think the role of a great healer is to be able to tank hits in both departments and just heal. Jenny has horrible physical bulk. Her magical bulk is decent. The main problems is her low HP and low speed. She does come with gravity, and I'm not too sure what the upgradable version is able to do, so that's an X factor. Who really knows? Jenny could be a decent unit if Gravity Plus turns out to have an awesome effect, because Jenny is one of those few healers that hit very hard. For her fodder, she has Raffle Staff, which might come in handy because of the staff update. I don't think the staff update will make healers that much better. My reason is because you probably still won't use your healers to attack enemies. I think the only healers that really benefit off of the staff update are the ones that can run close counter like Azuma. Close counter allows them to get their staff effect off on the enemy phase when they counterattack so that they can focus on healing during the player phase. The healing assist upgrade is going to be really nice though. So here's my final verdict for the banner. Obviously a great banner to summon from. You get the most bang out of your buck here because the chances of pulling these focus units is the highest ever. If you want a top tier unit, then the best color to snipe for is colorless, green, then red. For the best fodder, I would say is either green or red. It really depends on what you need, but I guess every red hero is amazing for fodder, so snipe for red. Blue is by far the worst color to summon from for anything. Fjorm is the only exceptional unit there, but everyone is going to receive a free Fjorm from the story mission, so there's really no need to summon for her unless you're a whale and plan to +10 merge her, or if you just want one with better IVs. At the end of the day, just don't summon for blue orbs. Any of the other 3 are fine. It depends on what you need and what you want. On the 28th, I will be live streaming my summoning session. I'll start streaming at 6 p.m. Eastern or 3 p.m. PST. So be sure to tune in to that if you are interested to see what I summon. Anyways, I hope this video was helpful for some of you guys. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.